The time has come for the great reconciliation of mankind, reunion on a vast scale, so that once again the whole world becomes one, with no segregation or separation.
This message comes from one of the world's greatest living spiritual teachers, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Sai Baba says, God is here, there, everywhere. He is the guiding light of the universe. But he then goes on to make a sobering point. He says, this reconciliation, this reunion, these changes can only be brought about by man, can only be brought about by us, by mankind. So, are you ready? For over 60 years, this holy man has been quietly consoling, correcting, and inspiring an ever-increasing number of people with his compassion and with his love. His life is already well documented, from his own discourses and teachings to biographies and numerous personal accounts of encounters with him. Sai Baba was born in South India in 1926 in what was then the tiny village of Puttaparthi. His early life was marked by miracles. He called these miracles his calling cards. And at a very young age, he was just 13, he began his mission of service to mankind, encouraging people to understand that we all come from the same source and all belong to the one family of humanity.
I have not come to start a new religion, but to help you to become a better Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Jew.
You will see all sorts of people represented in Puttaparthi. People from every different faith gather here to find unity within themselves. Baba says, there is only the one unity to be found within all the multiplicity of the world. This unity is the basis for everything, everywhere.
There is only one religion, the religion of love. There is only one language, the language of the heart. There is only one caste, the caste of humanity. There is only one God. He is omnipresent. Let the different faiths exist. Let them flourish, and let the glory of God be sung in all the languages and in a variety of tunes. That should be the ideal. Respect the differences between the faiths and recognize them as valid, as long as they don't extinguish the flame of unity.
The theme of unity is manifested in the Heritage Museum at Puttaparthi. All major religions are represented. Sai Baba proclaims a simplicity of unity behind all the world's religions. As he says, all call upon people to adhere to the path of truth.
When the essence of all religions is one and the same, when all the scriptures proclaim the same truth, when the goal of all human efforts is one, where is the basis for any differences?
Sai Baba says, the paths are varied, but the destination is one and the same. You might ask this about him. Apart from just being a holy man, has he done anything for his fellow man? It is said that the holy man from Puttaparthi hardly ever sleeps. He puts his time to good use. Time wasted is life wasted, Sai Baba says. 3 projects stand out among his vast array of works. A huge water supply project, Asia's second largest, most modern specialty hospital, and his building of educational institutions, including schools, colleges, and even a university. He is also the founder of the very first college for girls in his home state of Andhra Pradesh. Sai Baba has devised an education program for schools which is centred around 5 principal human values: love, peace, right conduct, truth, and non-violence. This program is well established in a number of states in India and in nations dotted around the world, in countries as far afield as Australia, Thailand, Zambia, Sweden and Canada. It offers the highest standards of education, supported across the curriculum by non-doctrinal spiritual teaching, and in his schools no fees are charged. Currently there are 12 Sai schools outside India and another 25 are under construction. 15,000 teachers have so far been trained to teach the Human Values Program in India, with a further 5,000 teachers training in other countries.
Education is for life, not only for a living.
This is part of the Sports and Cultural Day in Puttaparthi for students growing up in the information age, when knowledge and qualifications are constantly promoted as the be-all and end-all. Sai Baba adds this:
The aim of education is good character.
As he says, head, heart and hands, thought, word and deed must be aligned. If not,
Education without character, science without compassion, and commerce without morality are useless and dangerous.
So, do we prize character today in the West? Do we? Think about it. Strongest, richest, sexiest, most powerful, most influential. What are the things that infatuate us? Do we equip ourselves to live happily without making others unhappy? As Sai Baba says, education is not merely a matter of stuffing the head full of facts. Education must melt the heart, refine it, and turn it towards God. Anyway, let me tell you about the hospital that Sai Baba built. The super specialty hospital in the tiny village that was once far from the nearest airport. It's by way of being a miracle. From the day Sai Baba announced the project, the building of the hospital up to operational readiness was accomplished within 1 year.
Well, as it takes 7 years to do a hospital in this country, what was achieved in 7 months in India would have taken 7 years here. So it's a miracle in its own way, there's no doubt about that.
Since the 23rd of November 1991, the hospital has been providing free and specialised care to the poor in the treatment of heart, kidneys and eyes. Further departments are planned for neurosurgery and for the treatment of cancer and of lung diseases.
I don't like to call it a hospital, I call it a temple of healing. It does not only heal the disease with which the patient had come. They leave mentally, psychologically, spiritually different human beings when they leave from this temple of healing.
And not only is this hospital accessible for the poor of the region, but it is easily reached by the world's surgeons and specialists who nowadays can fly by jet plane right into Puttaparthi itself. Quite a transformation. Sai Baba still lives in the once tiny village of his birth in the state of Andhra Pradesh. In some parts of this state, it had not rained for 20 years and deep wells had to be dug to get access to water. But even then, this precious water was poisonous because it was found to contain very high levels of fluoride, and this was having a devastating effect on the health of the population. Something had to be done. So, Sai Baba inspired a non-governmental team working under a charitable trust to connect 11 towns and 750 villages to pure drinking water. This water supply project, like the super specialty hospital, was inaugurated by the Prime Minister of India. It is now benefiting almost 2 million people.
Service to man is service to God, for He is in every living being. Whenever you see a sick person, a dispirited, disconsolate, diseased person, there is your field of service. Every blood cell, every nerve must tingle with love, with eagerness to share that love with the forlorn. When love has filled the heart, it has really transformed into divinity. For God is love, and love is God.
Sai Baba speaks about love, sacrifice, service and righteousness as being the 4 limbs of every religion, thus bringing about the divine and sublime feelings in man which make him serve society. As he says, it evokes all that is great, blissful and good in man, and demonstrates the unity of mankind. In India alone there are over 4,000 Sai centres and groups, and over 2,000 in another 146 countries, all following his teachings and all attempting to put into practice in their daily lives the values that he himself lives by. If water preserves life and medicine restores life, education builds for tomorrow's life, for our children of the world. Sai Baba's teachings and his example are inspiring spiritual seekers, doctors, scientists, surgeons, carers, educationalists, business people, people of all ages from all cultures in countries across the world. For himself, he makes no demands, nor does he ask for money. He owns nothing. It is said that 1/6 of the world's population now knows about Sai Baba. UNESCO is participating in a forthcoming conference on the Human Values Education Program. And for several years now, a World Youth Conference has taken place in Puttaparthi, attracting youth from almost 140 countries. In every conceivable respect, with his message of love, peace, right conduct, truth and non-violence, Sri Sathya Sai Baba is setting an example to us all. Truly, he is a man for the millennium, a world teacher for our time.